Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to illustrate the most important connecting adverbs in English. What is a connecting adverb? Have you ever heard of connecting adverbs before? Such as, let's say, although, likewise, however. I'm going to explain all these adverbs thoroughly in this specific video. So please stick around till the end. Let us start with the first sentence here. He was very persuasive. Accordingly, I did what he asked. So we have the word or the connecting adverb accordingly. What is the meaning of accordingly? In this specific sentence, accordingly means so. He was very persuasive, so I did what he asked. Quite easy. So when you have accordingly in the middle of the sentence, that would mean so. Okay? So the meaning here is so. However, let's see this specific sentence where we use accordingly at the end. When we receive your instructions, we will act accordingly. It wouldn't make sense to use accordingly here as so. It doesn't make sense. In this specific sentence, accordingly means based on that or based on what has been said. So when we receive your instruction, we will act based on that. Okay, so here it means based on that or based on what has been said. Okay, now let's move to the second connecting word. Let's read the sentence. So I like the job, besides I need the money. Okay. So, what is the meaning of besides here? Besides is a connecting adverb as well. Beside is a synonym of in addition. Same as furthermore. Let's read the sentence. You should stop smoking. Furthermore, you should do it at once. So as you can see, we use verb in the middle of the sentence and they mean in addition. So they both mean here, in addition. Okay? Quite easy. Moving now to the fourth sentence. He is a good friend. Hence, I was not embarrassed to ask him for help. What is the meaning of hence? Hence means for that reason. So, he's a good friend. Okay, for that reason, I was not embarrassed to ask him for help. Now let's focus on something very important. As you can see here, we have therefore and we have thus. Hence, therefore and thus share the same meaning. So these connecting adverbs, when we actually use these connecting adverbs to like in separate sentences, they mean for that reason. Let's read this. I was nervous, therefore I could not do my hardest. I was nervous, for that reason I couldn't do my hardest or my best. He traveled as quickly as possible. Thus, for that reason, he reached Boston the next day. So amazingly done, hence, therefore, thus. These two or these three connecting adverbs means for that reason. For that reason. Okay? Moving now to however. Let's focus on the sentence. We wanted to arrive on time. However, we were delayed by traffic. So, however here, however actually is a very academic synonym of but. So we wanted to arrive on time, but we were delayed by traffic. So however means but. The last sentence in here, the region is beautiful. Likewise, the climate is excellent. What is the meaning of likewise? Likewise means similarly, or in the same way, blah blah blah. So the region is beautiful. Similarly, the climate is excellent. So likewise means similarly. Okay, or in a similar way. Let's now focus on another category of connecting adverbs. We have this sentence here. All the shops. So all the shops were closed. Consequently, we couldn't buy any food. What is the meaning of consequently? Consequently comes or is derived from consequence. Consequence means result. So as if you are saying all the shops were closed, as a result, we couldn't buy any food. Okay? So it means as a result. Oh, I've gone. Okay, sorry. I'll edit something here. So as a result. Moving now to the second sentence here. We should consult them, otherwise they may be upset. What is the meaning of otherwise? So otherwise in this sentence means if not, or as if you are saying or else. So we should consult them. If not, they may be upset, or else they may be upset. So the meaning of otherwise is if not, or as if you're saying or else. Okay? We quite often use otherwise in our English daily sentences. Okay? So I'm trying to use it, okay, in your sentences. It would give more sense to your expressions. Now, let's use otherwise at the end of the sentence, as in here. Let's see an example. I intend to remain here until someone tells me otherwise. So as if you are saying, I intend to remain here until someone tells me not to do it. That is the meaning of otherwise at the end of the sentence. So as if you are trying to deny what has been said accordingly. Okay? So I intend to remain here until someone tells me not to do it, or maybe to move. So as you can see, we can use otherwise at the middle of the sentence or at the end, and they both have different meanings. So try not to mix the meaning of them in these sentences. Now let's move to whereas. Whereas could be utilized in the middle of the sentence or at the beginning of the sentence. Let's move to this example sentence here. He is short, whereas you are tall. So as if you are saying here, he is short, on the other hand, you are tall. Okay, so it means here, on the other hand. Or it could be like close to but. It might be a bit close to but. Okay? Let's see now if we actually use whereas at the beginning of the sentence. So whereas this is a public building, it is open to everyone. Try to expect the meaning of whereas in this sentence. I assume it is a synonym of because if we use it at the beginning of the sentence. Because this is a public building, it is open to everyone. So because or for the fact that it's a public building, that it's open for everyone, or it's open to everyone. Okay, so in this sentence it means because, or as you have, or for the fact that. Okay, so as you can see, we can use whereas in the middle of the sentence, or in the beginning of the sentence, or at the beginning of the sentence. Now let's move to while. So we have 3 sentences here that are tackling the connecting adverb while. So let's move to the first sentence where we use it at the beginning. While it was snowing, we played cards. What is the meaning of while in this sentence? While at the beginning of the sentence means at the time when. So at the time when it was snowing, we played cards. So at the time when. Moving to the second sentence where we use while in the middle here. Okay? He is rich while his friend is poor. So it means on the other hand. So as if you are saying whereas. So as you can see, whereas in the middle of the sentence and while in the middle of the sentence, have the same meaning. So they share the same meaning when you use both in the middle of the sentence. So here, as if you are saying he is rich, whereas his friend is poor. So it means on the other hand. Okay? So when you use while in the middle of the sentence means on the other hand. Now let's move to the last sentence here where we can use while in the beginning or at the beginning of the sentence. While I am not an expert, I will do my best. What is the meaning of while in here? If you use while at the beginning of the sentence, as in here, it would mean although. Okay? So it means although. Now you might be wondering and say, well, we just use while here at the beginning of the sentence and it didn't mean that. Yes. While could be used at the beginning of the sentence and it could have 2 different meanings. So as you can see, depending on the context of the sentence in here, for example, it says, while it was snowing, we played cards. So as you can see, it's a verb. So it was snowing, so we have a verb here. So when there's a verb, okay, followed by while, so then it would mean at the time when. However, if you have while and then you actually write or you use a subject pronoun, for example, I am not, it's a subject pronoun. So then it would mean although, okay, or despite of. So as you can see, although I'm not an expert, I will do my best, okay? So you need to focus very well on while. We use while quite often in English. You can use it in your speaking, writing. You can always listen. When you listen to English a lot, you would come across a lot with this word. So try to focus very well on how do we use this word in all these forms of sentences, okay? Now let's move to nevertheless and nonetheless. Let's see this example. They are proud. Nevertheless, I like them. What is the meaning of nevertheless? Nevertheless means despite what has been said or despite what has been done. So they are proud. Despite what has been said, I like them. So despite what has been said or done. Same for nonetheless. Nonetheless and nevertheless share the same meaning. Let's see this example. So the ascent was dangerous. The ascent means maybe the climb. So the ascent was dangerous. Nonetheless, he decided to attempt it. So the ascent was dangerous. Despite what has been said or despite what has been done, he decided to attempt it. Okay? Nevertheless and nonetheless, I assume that many students maybe don't know the exact meaning of these two. Or maybe they have just like a very small idea about these two connecting adverbs, but they don't use it in their writing essays, for example, or when they speak. If you use these, you would sound more fluent, or you would sound like as a native. So try to take advantage of these two connecting adverbs to make sure that you would express a full academic sentence. Now moving to the last connecting adverb, which is conversely. Conversely. Jim may struggle in math class. Conversely, he shows an extraordinary talent in writing. What is the meaning of conversely? Conversely means in opposite, okay? So in an opposite way. So Jim may struggle in math class. In contrast, or by contrast, or in contrary, or by contrary, he shows an extraordinary or extraordinary talent in writing. I'm trying to spell it for you. So that is the meaning of conversely. Means in an opposite way. But I have just said something. Did you hear me? I have used different wording style of this connecting adverb. Instead of conversely, you can use in or by contrast. Or even you can use in or by contrary. Contrary. So you can replace conversely with in contrast or by contrast, or in contrary or by contrary. So we've done for today. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and activate the bell button to help receive all my upcoming uploads. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you again on my platform.